Dear students, I welcome you on behalf of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College for the remote teaching learning process, where our motto is let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Let us now understand part 8 of chapter number 2, Sources of Corporate Finance, wherein today we are going to understand the meaning and features of bonds. Dear children, let us today understand the eighth question, which is state the features of bonds. But before moving towards the features of the bonds, let us understand the meaning of the term bond. Bond represents debt or borrowed capital of the company. The person who purchases bond is called as a bond holder. They provide loan to the company and as such they are called as the lenders of the company. Thus, they are called as the creditors of the company. Being the creditors, they are entitled to receive interest at a fixed rate which is payable either at a fixed interval or on the maturity of bonds. Thus, it can be concluded that bond is a formal contract where the company agrees to repay the money which is borrowed from bond holder with interest. This clearly indicates that bond represents the borrowed capital of the company on which a fixed rate of interest has to be paid, and this amount has to be repaid back to the debenture holders at the time of maturity. Let us now move towards features of bonds. The first feature is nature of finance. Bond represents debt capital or debt finance of joint stock company, which is usually for a longer period of time, which may be for a period of 5 years, 10 years, 25 years, 50 years, etc. So this clearly indicates that bond capital is a debt capital which has a longer period of time or a longer period of maturity. Let us now move towards the second feature, which is status of bond holder. Bondholders provide loan capital or debt capital to the company and as such they are called as the creditors of the company. It is because of this reason that they are not entitled to participate in general meetings like that of equity shareholders. Further, as they are not the owners, thereby they do not even enjoy normal voting rights like equity shareholders. In this way, bondholders do not enjoy the right to participate in management of the company, because it is only through exercise of voting rights that one can enjoy the power to participate in management of the company. But as the bondholders do not have any voting rights, that is why they cannot participate in the management of the company. Let us now move towards the third feature, which is written on bonds. Bondholders, being the creditors of the company, enjoy a fixed rate of return, and this fixed rate of return is payable either at regular intervals or it could be at the time of maturity of bonds, which means that bondholders receive a fixed rate of interest as a return on their investment. Let us now move towards the last feature of bond, which is repayment. The amount which is raised by the company through issue of bonds represents borrowed capital, and any amount which is borrowed has to be returned back at the time of maturity. Thus, the amount which is taken by the company in the form of loan as bonds have a specific maturity date on which the principal amount of bond is repaid back to the bond holders. Thus, it can be said that the bonds have a specific maturity date on which the principal amount of the bond capital is written back to the debenture holders. Thus, dear children, with this we have completed the features of bonds. The first one was nature of finance. The second feature is status of bondholder. The third one is written on bonds. And lastly, the fourth one is repayment. Thank you, dear children, for your patience listening.